Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a brand new Film Photography Friday. Today I'm going to be talking about shooting Lomography 800 film in the Contax G1. Before I start this video, please make sure to give it a like, share and subscribe, and also let me know in the comment section what you want me to cover next. And also please make sure to check out the Retro Garage video that I put up during the week. Basically this is a brand new series talking about modern classics and classic cars with a particular view on Ireland. So I hope you enjoy that series, and there's plenty more exciting stuff to come from that series. Getting into this video, this is my Contax G1. I absolutely love this camera, and I've shot quite a few videos on it for the series. So I've shot it in Zadar with Pro Image 100. I think I've shot another video with it with Pro Image 100. I just bloody love using that camera. It's such a great camera, and it's probably my favorite film camera to use at the moment anyway, and it has been for probably about the last 4 or 5 months. It's the main camera I use, and I don't think I could sell it or swap it just because I just love it so much. And I actually have 2 of these bodies with 2 different lenses for them, and they're such a great camera. And if you want to hear my thoughts on the camera itself, then check out the other videos which I'm going to have linked below in the description. I shot this camera with Lomography 800 film. This film has been expired probably about 4 years, so I actually got it as a set with a different camera that I bought. I got 3 rolls of this. It was all expired, and I decided to shoot one of those rolls. Now, as anyone who lives in Ireland or the UK knows, the weather here during the winter is really bad, and the lighting during the winter is really quite bad. So I decided to use it, shoot it at ISO 400 and see how I get on. Now, it took me quite a while to shoot the whole roll because I didn't know what to shoot it, because I guess my expectation of it was that the film wasn't going to be great. So for anything that was kind of serious, I shot that with a different camera, with something like Pro Image 100 or, you know, Portra or some other film. But for everything else, I decided to use this. Before I start giving my thoughts on this film, please bear in mind that the film that I was shooting was expired. It wasn't a fresh stock. It's about 4 or 5 years old, so I did shoot it at ISO 400 rather than ISO 800. And I do think that Lomography have a new formula for their ISO 800 films, but these are my thoughts based on the one that I was shooting with. The first thing is there was quite a lot of grain. In all of these pictures, there was quite a lot of grain. I found the highlights they blew out a bit quicker than I would have expected. Now, I've heard before that some of the Lomography films are actually just their slide films but processed in C41, which could explain this. But the other thing was, you know, you have the grain, you have the lack of highlight depth, you have a bit of a lack of shadow depth in comparison to Kodak films. And as well as that, also you have these kind of strange color shifts. So it oftentimes kind of goes too purple or too magenta or too green. So it accentuates any kind of color shift. So when you're shooting with tungsten light, that comes across a lot, and it really highlights that. And when you're shooting in if you're shooting in kind of underlit situations, it goes a bit purpley, and if you shoot in overlit situations, it becomes a bit greenish. But all in all, these color shifts aren't as bad as I expected. When I looked up Lomography 800 film, I expected it to be a lot worse based on the flicker images of it, and to be honest, I'm quite impressed with the film. I have a bit more kind of trust in the film now, just because, you know, I've seen the results. I used one of the pictures I shot on that film with the Contax G1 as the thumbnail for the Retro Garage video that I put up with the Mitsubishi Pajero Evo. And yeah, look, I really enjoyed shooting this film, and I never really shoot higher ISO films. I usually stick to ISO 100 or ISO 200, which is probably the worst choice for winter in Ireland, but that's just me, that's just how I decided to do it. Look, I have to say that the one thing that shocked me about this film was how I won't say natural, but how normal this film seemed. You know, it didn't go over the top in terms of color shifts. It was subtle color shifts that kind of give film its unique quality. It was very film-like. You know, with some of the films that I shoot, sometimes Pro Image 100, it feels almost too natural. It's like you don't realize that you're shooting film, whereas with this, it feels like film the whole way through. It's just every picture you look at is like, that's film, that's film. Look at the grain, look at all the color shifts. But they were also subtle enough that you actually have really good usable pictures from this. And the pictures I shot with this film, you know, some of them are of my Audi Coupe Quattro, some of them are of the Mitsubishi Pajero that I featured in Retro Garage. And I did terribly enjoy shooting with this film. I think I'm going to be shooting with the modern Lomography 800 series film soon, so I look forward to shooting that. But you know, shooting this film, I have 2 more rolls of this. I'm going to use them sparingly, but I think I'm going to be using them a lot more frequently than I expected to, just because I'm not quite as scared of the film anymore. And that's just kind of my thoughts on it. So before I show you these pictures, thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure to like, share and subscribe. Give me a comment down below what you want me to cover next. And also my Patreon link is down in the description if you want to donate the price of a roll of film a month or something like that. I'd greatly appreciate that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. These shots are all shot with my Contax G1 and Lomography 800 expired film. Thank you, take care, bye bye.